Hey there, how's it going? What's up, everybody? Irish Orangutan is back to pass along what you need to know to get better at Madden and grow your MUT team. Enjoy the show. Today, there were some great cards that came into the game. Some players that don't watch the NFL regularly may not know of them, but they are some standouts and have been pretty solid throughout MUT. They have gotten some pretty solid cards. One of them was actually a Team Diamond, so you're probably aware of him if you've been playing since the beginning of the year. First, we're going to be looking at Grady Jarrett, who is a very tremendous, actually, defensive tackle. There are a lot of these players, if you can go and pull them nat, they actually can be your players until the end of the year, and you can actually be playing with 99 overall players until the end of the year. So this is a great time to be getting into the game. You can go and knock out all those solos. Sadly, you don't have some players that will be worth a little bit, so you can't get those sold off because coins are more valuable than they have been all year. So that is something to kind of think about, but it is exciting that you can go out and get some of these truly tremendous players. Seeing his block shed up at 98, if you just power him up, he will get there immediately, or if you have the Madden coach, you don't even have to power him up and he'll get to that 99. Out at right tackle, I would actually classify him as one of the top three players that you could go out and get at this position. And since you can have this player Nat, and if you power him up, once he does get his power up, of course, these players have consistently been getting the power ups when they get the really high overall cards. So hopefully they do stay consistent with that. For my team, John Sullivan is the player that I really want to have that on. But as you can see, he's perfect against people who are really good with the pass rushing stats, so he'll be able to shut that down. The finesse is very high, and if you throw a zone run on him, he'll get that straight up to 99 as well. His strength is actually better than the other two tackles that I would probably consider as the better in the game. Moten is also very solid. I think Lane Johnson will be getting another card here soon. Probably with the next promo, probably not this one, I would assume, since this really good right tackle has came out, but he's just very quick, and so is O'Neal. But with Wagner, he's also very strong. It's just a little bit slower. So if you do a lot of things with your tackles, like screens, he's probably not the perfect fit. I would go with O'Neal or Johnson, but I do really like this Rick Wagner card. And look at this, looking at the strong safety for the Dolphins. If you get him powered up, like I was talking about earlier, he is a Team Diamond. I'm going to double check that. Give me 1 second. So I don't want to be lying to you about that. I think I looked at him earlier in the year and considered him there. But while I'm looking that up, his zone coverage is very high. If you put lockdown on him, obviously that'll be able to get all the way up. His man coverage is also there, so that'll be able to hit that threshold. So that'll be very, very helpful in different crossman situations. Does have a 93 overall before that. And his hit power is upper echelon, him being 6'1". The one knock on him is being 92 speed, but he can get the secure tackler, which is a huge bump. And yeah, he does have the 88 team diamonds. So with that overall as well, that's a huge bump, and you can get the two chemistries on him. The second one you'd probably want to use for sprinter, but if you're going to be just using him for special teams and maybe just bringing him into the box every once in a while, you maybe can just use him for that extra chemistry as well when you power him all the way up, because then you'll be able to use 6 in different ways, 4 and 2, depending on how you want to power him up. But we have one more player left, and I'm excited to show him off. And the last player is considered the GOAT by many. He is a perfect pocket passer. If you really do not scramble around with your quarterbacks, I mean, his throw under pressure and play actions are both going to be at 99 straight off. Throw under pressure is going to be 99 even if you don't power him up. If you throw go deep on him, I mean, it'll be absolutely perfect. His throw power will be if you excuse me, even just power him up. His medium accuracy will be at 99. His throw power will be at 99. His deep accuracy will be very close. So you could actually put something like zone run on him and sprinter and do something a little bit different like that, because you won't even need to put those things on him at all, because he will be a perfect passer. Again, he'll be a little bit slow. We'll talk about him and Cam Newton a little bit more in the coming weeks when we're comparing to the other top 4 quarterbacks in the game. But there were some new solos that came out today, and just want to talk about some sets as well. There were some new solos that came out today. Like this first one, all that you have to do is go in and score a 46-yard field goal. Actually, that's the bonus on that. So you just have to go in and win the game. In different situations, you just have to go in and do different things. Oh, if it's 46 yards, bonus. If it's a regular field goal, it's without that. But again, playing towards the end of this, we kind of had predicted this earlier, but it was pretty obvious, I think, if you had been playing the game consistently, that you could go out and get another one of these 98 overall players. 3 of these guys were the ones that we went over, and we went over Sullivan, Walker, and Sherman in the previous video. These players that you do get you can't put into the sets that we're going to be talking about here in a second, but they are very worthwhile to have on your team. It's a 98 overall player. Like Grady Jarrett is a perfect example of someone you could fit. If you don't want him as your defensive tackle 1, he can be your defensive tackle 2 and be perfect at that job. Even if you run 4-3 consistent and he isn't your favorite player, he's going to be perfect at what you want him to do. And Delaney Walker would be a perfect second or third tight end. So just really consider some of these players. And if you scheme them upright, Sherman and Jones will play perfect in almost any zone scheme. And Wagner is a perfect right tackle. And Sullivan's perfect for the Redskins, so I'm excited about that. But let's get into those sets. So they do have these sets like they had earlier. So the master they actually put out early for round 1, and they put out Brady as the master. Secondly, this Delvin Smith is very, very good in a 4-3 scheme. I really like him. But these are great sets. If you go out and purchase those 3 players, you put them in, you can get the top player and the other 3 back nat. And the top player, you can go and sell him off. I got Bruce Smith. I didn't ever try to sell him. I don't want to lie. I want to go look at this real quick. Turn it in to earn master, and you'll receive the 3 nats. So yeah, you'll be able to get him. So if you want to sell the top player, you will be able to do that. That's kind of how they've been doing sets all year, so you're probably pretty aware of that. But it is nice that you're actually going to be able to get the players that you're putting into the sets back. I really like that they've done that, and they can really max out your team. If you go and I assume they're going to be doing the mid rounds here a little bit later. I'm excited they got Brady a new card because he needed one coming into his last seasons. I would assume he might be able to play until he's 50. He is kind of incredible that way, but very excited about this Keyshawn at Bruce Smith. This Keyshawn can do absolutely everything you need at wide receiver, and this Bruce Smith is a tremendous pass rusher. He's going to get 99s on your team very, very easily. In that regard, just a little bit slower than a Garrett or a Khalil Mack. But yeah, very excited to show off some of those things that have came out in the past couple days. Make sure you go into those solos and get your daily done so you can get those picks, and that will help you out with your team in 2020 as well. Let me know if you're getting any of these players down below, and I wish you all the best. Take care. Thank you for checking into the Irish Orangutan channel. Keep coming back to get better at Madden and grow your MUT team. There will be at least 5 videos up a week, so make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button to see them all. Come by Twitch to engage and hit me up on Twitter at Irish Orangutan. Take care and much love, everybody.